In this video, I'm going to tell you how to save money on your fuel price. So I'm talking about petrol and diesel prices here. Now, if you find this useful in any way, make sure you leave a comment, like the video, share it with people you know, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, everybody knows that this year fuel prices reached record highs, and we saw the average family car costing about £100 to fill up. Now, in this video, I will share some tips that can help you reduce your fuel consumption, which can help you make your fuel last longer. And I will also share ways in which you can ensure you're getting the best deal on the price of petrol and diesel. So first up, shop around to find the best deal on petrol and diesel. Petrolprices.com is the easiest way to find the best price on fuel in your local area. Now, the way it works is you can sign up via their apps. You download that onto your phone, and then you can log in, put in your postcode, and it will tell you the local petrol prices at various different petrol stations near you. And you can sort them by a list from cheapest to most expensive. You can actually just look at them on the map, and it doesn't have to be your postcode, it can be wherever you go. And then you can decide to go to a petrol station that's offering the cheapest petrol price. Obviously, it makes sense to go on the way on your journey. But if you want to go out of your way, when is it worth actually driving somewhere to get cheaper petrol out of your way? Now, there's a very easy way to remember that. It's the 2-for-1 rule. So don't drive more than 2 miles per 1 penny per litre that you save. If you stick to that, then you will make sure that you don't make too far a journey and actually undermine any saving that you could potentially make. And you can see on screen a table that shows you the distances that you should travel up to per penny of saving on a petrol or diesel price. Now, number 2, get rewarded when you buy fuel. Now, as you have to buy petrol, diesel anyway, you may as well get rewarded for making the essential purchases with cashback or reward credit or debit cards. Now, Tesco's all-round credit card allows you to earn 5 club card points for every £4 spent on Tesco fuel, and the American Express Nectar credit card allows you to collect a minimum of 3 points per £1 spent at Esso. However, if a credit card isn't for you, then you can open a current account instead. The new current account from Santander, called the Edge current account, offers 1% cashback on fuel spending. Another alternative is Chase Bank, that offers 1% cashback on everyday spending for the first 12 months of having the account. You can find out more about each of these products in the links in the notes below this video, where we'll review them, but also we have put a link to the best cashback credit cards as well. You could also sign up to a reward scheme with supermarkets such as Tesco or Sainsbury's, as they allow you to earn points if you fill up at their petrol stations. And similarly, BP offers its own reward schemes if you fill up at BP petrol stations. Now, number 3 is regularly maintain your car, because if you keep on top of your car maintenance, then you can help to ensure your car is more fuel efficient. And the following tips will also help reduce your fuel consumption. Now, the first thing you should do is check your tyre pressure, because low tyre pressure can contribute to increased fuel consumption due to more rolling resistance. So ensure your tyres are sufficiently pumped up in line with the guidelines in the handbook for your car. And if your tyres need replacing, it's worth considering a tyre with a higher energy efficiency rating, as this can help lower fuel consumption over time. Now, tyres can be rated from A to G, with A being the most efficient. The next thing you can do is regularly get your car serviced, as that will mean that the oil and fluid levels in your vehicle are checked to ensure the car is running at its optimum efficiency, and that can reduce major problems with your vehicle over time as well. If you're going to be driving any distance, remove roof racks and bars, because they cause drag, which therefore increases your fuel consumption. The next thing to do is remove any excess weight. So don't be driving around with lots of stuff in your boot, because that will mean that your car has to work harder and therefore use more energy every time you want to accelerate and drive down the road. So remove the excess weight in your boot. The next thing you can do is reduce your aircon and heater usage, because having your air conditioning and heating on all the time uses power. And if you turn it off, you will notice the reduction in fuel consumption on your car. So when you're driving at low speeds, have the window open instead of using air conditioning and having the window shut. And obviously in the winter, you can try to wrap up a bit warmer rather than having the heating running. But obviously don't stop using them altogether, because it can also cause your system to seize up. And so what you want to do is use them sparingly. The next tip is to adapt your driving. So an easy way to manage your fuel consumption is by adapting your driving and becoming more conscious of how minor changes to your routine can affect how much fuel you use and therefore can help you save money. So reducing your speed is an easy way to save money on fuel, because when you're driving at high speed, it increases your fuel consumption. The optimum speed for fuel efficiency for your car will vary depending on the make of the car, but the RAC says the most efficient speed is between 45 and 50 miles an hour. Next tip is maintaining a constant speed is also a good way to preserve fuel, and a good way to do this is to use cruise control on long journeys. Now, driving at higher gears and reducing the engine revs, particularly when driving around towns or cities, can also help reduce fuel consumption. Now, if you have a newer vehicle, it may suggest going up gears earlier than you would anticipate. You'll notice it on the dashboard. My car does it. And you may be able to turn on an eco mode, which manages this for you. So overall, aiming to drive more smoothly as a whole and accelerate and brake gently is a good way to reduce fuel consumption. Now, the final and most obvious tip is to make fewer car journeys, because you therefore reduce your fuel consumption. So perhaps walk, cycle more, or use public transport. If you do choose to use public transport instead of driving, you can of course look out for discounted rates or rail cards that you may be eligible for, which will help save money on the cost of travel. Alternatively, purchasing tickets in advance or buying a season ticket can help cut the costs as well. Consider sharing car journeys with friends and family, as that will help reduce the number of journeys you have to make and therefore the amount of money that you will have to spend on fuel. And if you live in a big city, you could sign up to an app such as Lyft Share, which helps you to split the cost of a journey amongst multiple passengers. So it's a way of helping to organise Lyft sharing. And it may be also worth checking with your employer to see if you can benefit from the Cycle to Work scheme, which offers a discounted rate on a bike and helps to spread the cost over time, so it's not such a big expense, all payable at once. Now, hopefully these tips will help you reduce the amount of money that you are spending on fuel. But if you have any tips that you can share, please put them in the comments below this video. And finally, if you are considering an electric vehicle and wondering if they are cheaper to run than a petrol or diesel vehicle, then listen to episode 394 of the Money to the Masses podcast. We'll put a link. There is a version of it on YouTube where Andy and I discuss the cost differences between filling up a petrol or diesel vehicle versus using an electric vehicle and charging it up. So you can search for that episode, or you can click on the link in the notes below. If you found this video useful, please make sure you hit that like button. And as I said at the beginning of the video, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.